In case of judicial pronouncements, the good news is there are three case laws that you need to refer. There are six case laws that you need to refer, and all these six case laws have been very clearly mentioned in your syllabus. तो आपको कुछ हंट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, कुछ गैस करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है और सब जगह ढूंढने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. तो यू ओनली नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड these six case laws and that will serve your purpose. एक चीज़ मैं बता दूं आपको कि जुडिशियल प्रोनाउंसमेंट्स which are part of your syllabus, all these judicial pronouncements are either by the High Court, either by the Supreme Court or the High Courts of different states. And unanimously, in all these orders, the judges have given the verdict and summary of that verdict. And please note, because this makes things easy for you to answer the questions. And the summary of the verdict in all the cases by all the judges in all Supreme Court and High Courts is that so long as the valuation has been done by a competent and qualified valuer, which in all these cases was chartered accountant, but now it's going to be registered valuer. So long as the valuation has been done by a competent and qualified chartered accountant, henceforth it will be valuer, registered valuer, following the specified approach and income. Then the court will not interfere with the valuation done by such person. So this is the gist of all the orders passed in all these six orders, and not only in these six orders but all the other orders by the courts. What does it mean? And please pay attention here. It means that the courts have posed tremendous amount of faith and confidence in the professional valuers. That means courts believe कि कोई वैल्यूअर अगर वैल्यूएशन कर रहा है तो वो सही काम करेगा, और अगर वो सही काम कर रहा है तो कोर्ट हैज़ नो बिजनेस टू इंटरफियर in the working done by that valuer. This is the gist of the entire case and all the cases. Let us look at them as to which of these six cases are. So these are the six cases which are part of your syllabus. Dinesh Brijlal Lakhani and Parke Davis, Brook Bond Lipton India Limited, Dr. Mrs. Renuka Datla versus Solvay Pharmaceutical, Mihir H. Mafatlal versus Mafatlal Industries, Hindustan Lever Employees Union and Hindustan Lever, and GL Sultania and others versus SEBI. तो ये 6 ऑर्डर्स हैं जो कि आपके these are the part of your syllabus. Let us look at them one by one. First one is Dinesh Brijlal Lakhani versus Parke Davis. So in this case, the division bench of Mumbai High Court held the court will not interfere only because the valuation adopted by the valuer could have been improved had another method adopted. So the contention of the litigant was that if the valuer would have used some other method, the valuation would have been higher. And court said, hold on. He has used a method. That method is permissible as per the standards, and therefore we cannot interfere only because if he would have used some other method, the valuation would have been higher. The court is neither a valuer, and this is what court is saying. The court is neither a valuer nor an appellate forum to reappreciate the merits of the valuation. So you can understand what a strong message the court are giving in this case. The court has to ensure that the determination should not be contrary to the law or unfair to shareholders of the company which has merged. And this is what the Bombay High Court Division Bench, in case of the Dinesh Brijlal Lakhani and Parke Davis, gave the order. And you can see very clearly, the court has said we will not interfere. The second case is of Brook Bond Lipton Tea, Lipton India Limited, and it was a Calcutta High Court judgment by Shyamlal Kumar Sen, Justice. Contention of the appellant in this case was the main objections raised by the objector was the exchange ratio has not been properly or fairly determined. So this was the objection raised by the objector. The judgment that was given by the honorable court in this case, it said if the ratio of exchange has been fixed by an experienced and reputed firm of chartered accounting, then in the absence of any charge of fraud against them, the court will accept such valuation and ratio of exchange. So you can see that there is a similarity here also in case in the previous order, in case of Lakhani and in case of Brook Bond, the court has given the same position that we will not interfere so long as the valuation is done by a competent firm of chartered accountants. Then third is Dr. Mrs. Renuka Datla versus Solvay Pharmaceutical. This was by the Supreme Court. So see what the Supreme Court has said. And remember, in all these 6 case laws, you need to be aware of what we are discussing. The court is not going to, the question is not going to go into the history. किसने क्या कहा, किसने क्या सुना, कैसे बढ़ा, what was the, no, they will not go into it. They will just go into the ratio decidendi. What is the ratio decidendi of this particular case? So this is what you need to understand and remember. And I'm sure in all the cases, it is the same thing which is coming up. Therefore, you should not have any difficulty in answering the question. So the Supreme Court in case of Dr. Mrs. Renuka Datla versus Solvay Pharmaceutical said, if the valuer adopts the method of valuation prescribed or in the absence of any prescribed method adopts any recognized method of valuation, his valuation cannot be assailed unless it is shown that the valuation was made on a fundamentally erroneous basis, that a patent mistake has been committed, or the valuer adopted a demonstrably wrong approach, or a fundamental error going to the root of the matter. So the Supreme Court in case of Renuka Datla versus Solvay Pharmaceutical said it very clearly that only if there is a fundamental error, only when there is a patent mistake, only when there is a demonstrably wrong approach, only in such cases the court will intervene. Otherwise, whatever valuation is done by a competent valuer, court will not interfere with that order. So that's your case number 3. 4. Mihir H. Mafatlal versus Mafatlal Industries, Supreme Court. In this case again the Supreme Court said once the exchange ratio of the shares of the transferee company to be allotted to the holders of shares in the transferor company has been worked out by a recognized firm of chartered accountants who are experts in the field of valuation, and if no mistake can be pointed out in the said valuation, it is not for the court to substitute its exchange ratio. So this is what the court is saying once again कि भाई जब तक चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स है, अब देखो अब तक के केसेस में चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट का नाम आएगा बिकॉज up till now the only valuation could be done by chartered accountants. Now the valuation cannot be done by chartered accountant. the valuation will have to be done by somebody who is a registered valuer. That registered valuer can be a chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary, or even an MBA. So, so what the court is saying in this case as well, that so long as the firm, the recognized firm of chartered accountants, who are experts in the field of valuation, and they've done no mistake, court will not intervene. And that is the case number 4, Meher H. Mafatlal. Then you have case number 5, which is Hindustan Lever Employee Union versus Hindustan Lever and others. Again, Supreme Court. The jurisdiction of a court in sanctioning a scheme of merger is not to ascertain with mathematical accuracy if the determination satisfied the arithmetic test. A company court does not exercise an appellate jurisdiction. It exercises a jurisdiction founded on fairness. It is not required to interfere only because the figures arrived at by the valuer was not as better as it would have been if another method would have been adopted. So same thing as in case of Lakhani. So Lakhani also the same thing, and same thing is also coming here. So the court's obligation is to be satisfied that the valuation was in accordance with the law and it was carried out by an independent body. So this again is the ratio decidendi of the case number 5 as well, and same thing as you can notice as in 4 previous cases. And the 6th one is GL Sultania and another versus GL Sultania and another, Sajal Somani and SEBI. So again in this case, Supreme Court said, such being the method of share valuation which involves subjective and objective consideration, there is a considerable scope for differences of opinion between amongst experts. तो ये जो सुल्तानिया वाला केस है ना, इसमें आप थोड़ा सा ये पॉइंट को ध्यान में रख सकते हो कि इसमें कोर्ट ने थोड़ी डिफरेंट बात कही है. और क्या बात कही है कि उसने कहा है कि भाई ये वैल्यूएशन जो है इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ सब्जेक्टिव and therefore it can differ considerably in the opinion amongst different experts. तो ये पॉइंट कहीं ना कहीं आ सकता है, तो ये आप थोड़ा ध्यान रख लें. Rest of the things are same as in case of the previous case. So friends, these are the 6 case laws, judicial pronouncements that you need to be worry of, that you need to be aware of, and there would be about I think 2 questions, and I'm sure if you read all these matter 2-3 times, I'm sure they will get registered in your memory strongly for all the times to come. So with this friends, we come to the close of this session as well, and
we'll be meeting after